Julius Caesar was assassinated on the Ides of March in 44 BC, an event that not only marked the tragic end of one of history's most influential leaders, but also signaled a profound transformation from the Roman Republic to the Empire. This watershed moment in history was the result of a complex interplay of political ambition, fear, and power. Caesar, celebrated for his military conquests and political acumen, had risen through the ranks of Roman society, accumulating unprecedented power. His victories, particularly in Gaul, brought immense wealth and territory to Rome. However, his ascent also created deep divisions within the Roman political elite. His defiance of the Senate by crossing the Rubicon River in 49 BC sparked civil war, eventually leading to his appointment as dictator, a move that stirred fears of the end of the Republic among the senators. The declaration of Caesar as Dictator Perpetuo was seen by many as the last straw, a clear move towards monarchy. It led to a conspiracy, orchestrated by Cassius and Brutus, aiming to restore the Republic's freedoms through Caesar's assassination at a Senate meeting. Yet, what if this historical narrative conceals more than it reveals? What if Caesar, cognizant of the political undercurrents, foresaw or even orchestrated his own demise? Could his assassination have been a calculated act to secure his legacy or a strategic maneuver in the complex political landscape of ancient Rome? Salvete, my friends, and welcome back to S.P.Q.R. Productions. In today's episode, we're diving deep into the theory that Julius Caesar might have known about his impending assassination. Was it a twist of fate or a calculated move by one of history's most astute leaders? Join us as we unravel this intriguing possibility and explore the depths of what could be Rome's greatest conspiracy. Investigating whether Julius Caesar had any foreknowledge of his assassination requires a deep dive into the myriad of historical clues and subtle indicators present in the ancient accounts. The period leading up to Caesar's death was rife with omens and warnings that, in retrospect, may have signaled the impending conspiracy. Roman society, steeped in a culture where omens and prophecies were given significant weight, provided several such foreboding signs. The writings of ancient historians like Suetonius and Plutarch are replete with references to these omens, ranging from unusual natural phenomena to disturbed sacrificial rituals, which in the Roman religious context were considered crucial indicators of divine favor or warning. One of the most cited examples is the soothsayer's warning about the Ides of March, which has become emblematic in the lore surrounding Caesar's assassination. Additionally, there were reports of Caesar's statues bleeding, unsettling dreams by his wife Calpurnia, and malfunctioning auguries, all of which, in the superstitious milieu of ancient Rome, could have been interpreted as ominous signs. Beyond these supernatural indicators, there were more tangible hints of the brewing conspiracy. Caesar's political maneuvers and reforms, while consolidating his power, had also created a host of enemies within the Senate and the aristocracy. The discontent among these groups was not a well-kept secret. In fact, Caesar's overt dismissal of the Senate's authority and his accumulation of power were openly resented. This growing antagonism was perhaps a clear indicator that his position was perilously unstable. Moreover, Caesar's own actions in the days leading up to the Ides of March are subject to scrutiny. His dismissal of his personal bodyguard on the day of his assassination is often highlighted as either an act of arrogance, a sign of his confidence and his invulnerability, or, conversely, as an acceptance of an inevitable fate. This decision, particularly in the context of the multiple warnings he reportedly received, adds a layer of mystery to his mindset during this critical period. Furthermore, Caesar's health and state of mind at the time also offers clues. Reports of him suffering from bouts of depression or debilitating illness in his final days have led some historians to speculate that he might have been less vigilant or perhaps even indifferent to the threats against his life. In addition to these personal and direct warnings, the political climate in Rome was another indicator. The Senate's growing frustration, the divided loyalties among Caesar's own supporters, and the general unrest in Rome could have served as clear warnings to Caesar of the looming danger. Yet, the evidence is not straightforward. Each of these clues can be interpreted in multiple ways. Were the omens more coincidences, or did they carry a weight that Caesar chose to ignore? Was his dismissal of the bodyguard an overconfident mistake, or did it signify a deeper resignation to a fate he saw as unavoidable? The complexity of these questions lies in the intersection of historical facts with the interpretations and biases of both contemporary and modern observers, creating a narrative that is as intriguing as it is elusive. Exploring the nuances of Julius Caesar's actions in the days leading up to his assassination offers a window into his mindset and possible foreknowledge of the plot against him. Caesar's behavior during this critical period is shrouded in layers of historical complexity and personal enigma. One aspect that stands out is his legislative and administrative activities. Even as tensions escalated in Rome, Caesar did not relent in implementing far-reaching reforms. His plans included a major overhaul of the Senate, a move that would have further diluted the power of traditional elites. This relentless pursuit of reform, in the face of obvious political danger, could be interpreted as either a lack of awareness of the brewing storm or a calculated attempt to consolidate power and legacy, indifferent to the risks involved. Caesar's public appearances and rhetoric in this period also merit attention. He often presented himself with an air of invincibility, perhaps as a political strategy to maintain authority and deter opposition. But could this facade have masked an awareness of his vulnerability? His speeches and interactions with the public and the Senate might hold subtle cues about his perception of the threats he faced. Another crucial factor is Caesar's handling of personal relationships, particularly with those who would later be revealed as conspirators. His rapport with key figures like Brutus, known for their previous loyalty to him, raises questions about his judgment of character and trust. Did he genuinely misread their intentions, or did he perceive a shift in their allegiance that he chose to overlook or address in a manner not evident in historical records? Moreover, Caesar's reaction to the various warnings he received, including the soothsayer's caution about the Ides of March, is telling. His apparent dismissal of these warnings could be seen as skepticism or a philosophical acceptance of fate, a trait often attributed to him in historical accounts. This aspect of his personality, a blend of fatalism and stoicism, might have influenced his response to the signs of impending danger. The analysis of Caesar's actions also extends to his strategic decisions. His choice to not reinstate his security measures, even after numerous suggestions to do so, suggests a complex interplay of overconfidence, fatalism, or perhaps a deeper strategy that remains obscured by history. In sum, Caesar's behavior in the lead-up to the assassination presents a tapestry of actions and decisions that are open to multiple interpretations. They paint a portrait of a leader who, whether through confidence, negligence, or a deeper unseen strategy, navigated the perilous waters of Roman politics in a way that ultimately led to his tragic end. These actions, when dissected and examined, provide essential pieces to the puzzle of whether Caesar foresaw the conspiracy against him, offering insights into one of the most intriguing mysteries of ancient history. The aftermath of Julius Caesar's assassination and the subsequent historical interpretations fueled the ongoing debate about whether he had any role in orchestrating his own death. The speculation is rooted in the analysis of events and reactions immediately following the Ides of March, which offer insights into the political machinations of the time and Caesar's position within them. The immediate chaos that ensued after Caesar's death is a critical point of analysis. Instead of the restoration of the Republic, which the conspirators had envisioned, Rome plunged into further turmoil and civil war. This outcome seems to contradict the idea that Caesar would have planned his death to create a specific political result. If he had foreseen the plot, his actions might have been expected to aim at preventing such chaos, unless, as some theorists suggest, his goal was to catalyze a transformation in Roman governance through martyrdom. Furthermore, the reactions of key figures like Mark Antony and Octavian, later Augustus, are telling. Their moves to consolidate power and avenge Caesar's death played a significant role in the eventual establishment of the Roman Empire. If Caesar had anticipated his assassination, it could be argued that he foresaw the rise of his successors and the end of the Republic. However, such a hypothesis relies heavily on the assumption of Caesar's far-reaching foresight and his willingness to sacrifice himself for a perceived greater good. Analyzing the historical accounts of Caesar's last days also shed light on this theory. While some sources depict him as a leader increasingly isolated and enigmatic in his decisions, others portray a man still actively engaged in political and military planning, with ambitions for future campaigns and reforms. This contrast raises questions about his mindset and intentions in his final days. In dissecting the various conspiracy theories, it becomes evident that the idea of Caesar orchestrating his own death, while intriguing, faces significant challenges in terms of historical evidence and plausibility. The complexity of Roman politics, the unpredictability of individual actions, and the lack of conclusive evidence makes it difficult to affirm this theory with certainty. Ultimately, the debate over Caesar's possible foreknowledge or involvement in his death is a blend of historical fact, interpretation, and speculation. It reflects the enduring fascination with Caesar's life and death and underscores the intricate and often ambiguous nature of historical inquiry. As we delve into these theories, we not only explore the possibilities of Caesar's own actions, but also gain a deeper understanding of the enigmatic nature of one of history's most iconic figures. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you all again very, very soon.